Life is full of work and stress. Parenting can be a mess. Being a woman is hard enough without adding on that extra stuff. We'll cover topics of every kind. Helpful resources we will find. We'll even drink a bottle of wine. Join us. It will be a real good time.
Hi, I'm Amanda,
And I'm Nikki.
and welcome to Working Moms Wine Labubu Part 22.
Amen. We're going to talk about a different app today where you can buy resellers, Pop Mart, Miniso, all of the above.
And we're drinking the same things.
Yes.
Deal with it.
I have ménage à trois.
I hate that I'm doing
Decadence.
2 episodes in my glasses, though. That's a fun story. I was down to my last
Let's hear it.
contacts, and I finally made our eye doctor appointment because I was down to my last contacts, and one of them ripped. So I have one contact.
No.
Yeah, so I usually go around half blind, but I was like, I'm going to put my glasses on.
I just went to my first eye doctor appointment since like 2007-ish.
And your vision's perfect.
And they told me that my eyes are so great, I don't need glasses and I don't have to come back for 3 years.
Whatever, Miss Perfect.
I was pretty sure I was going to need something because far away stuff is getting fuzzier, but I guess it's still good enough that I don't really need glasses. So that's good. Like I notice a difference, but it's not bad enough that I need anything corrective.
Today we're focusing on a specific app called WhatNot. And I think, I have
Let's
a
see if
referral
we can
link.
show it to you.
I'm pretty sure I can put it in the description when I'm working this up. But if you use it and go to one of my shows specifically, you'll get $15 to spend when you sign up. But you have to not yet be on WhatNot. So if you're already on it, sorry.
That's what it looks like.
So don't download it yet if you haven't, and do, because this will be out and it'll be in the description. So, but use my link to do it.
Use her link.
I've been getting rid of my jewelry. It's so hard to gesture. There we go. I've been getting rid of my jewelry. I still can't do it. But I'm selling them at $1 a piece and making bundles, and I have cleared out so much inventory. It's nice. But that's the thing about WhatNot. There's some situations where you're gonna make a killing, like the people who are doing the Labubus. If they have a big enough audience and they set it as an auction, you can swipe to keep upping your bid, and they'll easily sell things for anywhere from 30 to 70 is a bit extreme, but I've seen it, a box.
Yeah.
But if you have a smaller audience, you're probably not going to get things to bid up as much. I tried one show with Labubus because WhatNot was going to match my sales up to $150. And so even though I sold these for less than I wanted to, the fact that they matched my sales made it as if I had sold them at normal prices. So, or normal prices for a reseller.
And there's different kinds of ways to buy things there. There's auctions, there's sudden death auctions, there's giveaways.
There's buy it now.
So make sure buy it now. Make sure you understand which one you're working with before you do it. But the regular auctions, I didn't realize until I was watching, you swipe to bid, and then every time you or someone else bids, it adds 2 or 3 seconds onto the clock. There's like a countdown clock.
Yeah.
So if you do the sudden death ones, you can wait till there's like 2 seconds on and then swipe when it's a low price and see if you can snag it.
Right.
I believe I got Donald that way for like $20.
That's pretty good.
Which was
I have not
bad.
seen Mickey and Friends going
I've seen him
low.
for like 40. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if it's because he was already open and they knew what he was and people were like, whatever, you know.
It's possible.
But I thought he was cute and I wanted him.
Well, but if people aren't looking for him to finish their collection.
Yeah.
You know.
But I like to do the sudden death auctions because then you don't get tricked with them adding on seconds or whatever. I feel like that's sneaky.
Yeah. And as pointed out, I believe, in the previous episode, sometimes they'll do something where you're bidding blindly, then they spin a wheel and you find out what you get. But then that's when you end up with bikini bottom buddies. If you're unlucky like me.
Yeah. I've never
But
done any of those. I've just done the ones where you know what you're getting.
Sometimes I'll
a
like
blind
pay it.
box or an already open one.
Sometimes I'll join them, and then if I feel like someone's not going to bid over a certain amount, then I will bid on it just to see if I can get something super, super cheap. Sorry, I was looking at this and I thought it said something was canceled, but it said like they named the listing no cancellations. But then as a seller, let me see. They give you this little hub that you can go to, and like I've scheduled a show for Sunday, and I only put one picture up, but you can do more than one if you want, or a video, and then people can bookmark your show.
Yeah.
But they have an area where you can look at orders, payouts, things like that. Um, you won't get your money if you're selling until the item has been delivered. And then they have a warning system if you get bad reviews. After so many warnings, you're not allowed to sell on the platform, basically. So,
I did
trying
have
to
one
think.
instance where it said I purchased something, that I bid on something and purchased it, and it was shipped to me, and I do not remember even being on the app that evening, let alone bidding on something. But of
Yeah.
course, you know, I can be forgetful and late at night be on apps doing things and then have packages show up. So maybe I did. I don't know. But
What
when I
did
searched, there were other reports that said they had that issue with the WhatNot app where
Interesting.
it claimed they bid on things and purchased things that they didn't and your payment's already connected. I think I actually did and just don't remember it because it's one that I already wanted. But I don't know why I would have done it because I was already going to buy it off you. You already
Right.
had it. So, but unless I just like really confused myself in the middle of the night or something, but
Well, what was
it
that
doesn't make
thing?
sense.
There was a big joke a while back about taking Xanax and shopping on Amazon and not remembering what you ordered. But I feel like they had a
Mm-hmm.
term for it, and I can't think of it right now.
Oh gosh.
But that's kind of what I thought of. Because there's been a couple
Yeah.
of times where I was like, I don't remember that either.
Mm-hmm.
But after your story, it makes me wonder if it is doing that, you know?
Well, it's funny because when I was looking into it further, the seller's was her name was something like it was just a dream or something like that. I
No,
was like,
that's even better.
really?
You're like, you're right, it was. Now give me
It
my
was
money
just a
back.
dream.
Wow. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like to find ones where maybe there's not a lot of people on at the moment because it does increase your chances of taking something home. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you find one where they're doing giveaways, sometimes the giveaways are like small and not that great, but sometimes you can come away with um like a whole box. Like that's how I got my first timber workshop box that I showed last week. That was their giveaway. That turned out to be
I
a
never
pretty
win the
cool one.
giveaways.
I've only I've only won two, and one was that, and the other was some kind of squishy, slimy looking thing. I was tempted to
Yeah.
give it to Ari for her birthday.
You can if you want. She
Well,
likes
the
fidgety,
problem
squishy.
is it's so low quality that I'm like, I don't even know if it's worth it for
Uh,
that, you know. Maybe a little Secret Santa thing, but maybe I'll just toss it. I don't
Speaking
because it was
of,
free.
I just got a WhatNot notification. At
You
La Boom
did?
is live. Pop Mart,
Ooh,
nonstop Givey, 100%.
I've watched their show before. I watched them
Yeah.
and Cutmaster the most, I think.
There was one I bought a bunch of Mickey and Friends from. I'd have to look up his name, but I think I got 3 from him.
Yeah.
It was either 1 Winnie and 2 Mickeys or 3 Mickeys. I can't remember.
But you can do more than Labubu's. Like, what got me on the app in the first place, and it wasn't this one, but like, see how they're selling retro games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a retro store here in town that was advertising on Facebook. They're like, I'm having a Whatnot show tonight, and they said the same thing. If you join up, you get $15 free, and I did, and I ended up getting a bunch of Nintendo games. I got some Game
Mm-hmm.
Boy games.
Mm-hmm.
I did buy a couple of systems with the hope of playing them for a little bit and then reselling them. So I spent a little more than I probably should have, but it was a lot of fun, and I got, like, I've always wanted the gold cartridge Legend of Zelda game, and I was able to get one for a
Ooh.
handful of dollars, and like I think they're maybe not worth as much as they were when we were in college, but like back in college, it was like one of those Final Fantasy games where it's like it was so popular in your childhood that you could not get one for under $60. So
Mm.
one of the ones that night sold for like $40, but I got mine for a few bucks. I got Mike Tyson's Punch Out for a few bucks, and that one is worth like $45 right now. But I'm gonna keep it.
Here's what it looks like when they're in an auction. See that yellow
Oh yeah,
slider button at the bottom? That's
and
the
be
bid button, and you
careful
just slide it.
because if you don't know what you're doing, you can bid against yourself.
Last but not least, chat. Running it in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I've watched her for
Sealed
sure.
running, chat. Sealed running.
They count down, they go live, and then you slide that little yellow bar to bid.
Yeah, I recognize her voice and her nails. I've seen that lady.
And if there's no little skull, then it's a regular auction. If there's a little like dead skull thing, that means it's sudden death, so they won't add seconds onto the timer.
Yeah.
All little tips and tricks to learn.
Yeah. And that's how you can find out about like the different, like say you are on a Labubu show, they'll show other things like the Coca-Cola figurines and stuff.
Yeah, I think I went on a Labubu one when I got my Mickey and Friends Donald. Sometimes it'll say Labubu, but it's all Pop Mart stuff, or it's just all blind box stuff.
Yeah.
So check them out, you know.
Yeah.
Look around, check the seller ratings before you dive in.
Yes.
They will make you attach a payment method, and they'll charge $10, like a little pending charge, to test it and make sure it's going to work before you can actually bid on something.
That's another good thing to talk about.
Yeah.
If you, so say you have your payment method attached and you bid on a couple of things and you get them, and then you bid on something else and it gets turned down. Most sellers will give you a chance to fix it. They'll give you time to go in there and update your payment method before putting it back into the show. So you can also do that if like something goes wrong. Like I have this one card I was using for any time that I was making a Disney payment, for example. I know this isn't the same thing, but all of that to say, when it came time to get the Christmas party card or Christmas party tickets, for whatever reason, it did not want to process those. It was like thinking they were fraudulent. It didn't tell me in time. It didn't give me the option to say yes or no. So like say a fraud alert goes off because your card is like, what are all these Pop Mart charges coming through? You can go in there and switch your payment and then they will run it again.
Yeah.
I was going to look something up and I was talking so much I forgot what I was going to look up. Oh. Nothing important to the show, but what else is important about WhatNot?
WhatNot?
I would say if you're not on it already, definitely use a referral link because then you get the free money to spend on a show. And if you're thinking about selling, you get
that was stupid of me.
Free seller credits. What?
I said I didn't realize that. That was stupid of me. I got the app. I should have used your link.
Well, I only knew because the
link.
guy was advertising it. But you might have been on WhatNot before I was.
I might. I don't know. I'd heard about WhatNot a long time ago because a lot of Disney people will do pins, Disney pins.
Oh,
but I don't think I had downloaded it. Yeah, if you're into pin collecting and trading, a lot of Disney people do their, like they'll sell their duplicates and things like that on WhatNot. So,
well, I
it's
had
another place for the pin community to meet up and get legit stuff.
That one's pretty. Don't kill him. He looks like a
Did you know there's
candy corn.
dupes of the Disney pins? It's so sad.
That's crazy. Well, I think I did because people will get on Facebook and ask if it's real.
Yeah, I watch a guy who calls them Boo Boo Kitty pins. His name is WDW Kevin. If you like pin trading, he is an excellent person to watch because not only does he do a lot of pin trading, he'll show you where all the boards are at the resorts and around the park. And he'll also teach you how to tell a fake from a real pin. And he really encourages equal trades. So he's like, a lot of people like the Boo Boo Kitty pins because they're still cute and stuff, and that's totally fine. But if you have a Boo Boo Kitty, you trade it for a Boo Boo Kitty. If you have a reel, you trade it for a reel.
Yeah.
You never trade a Boo Boo Kitty for a real pin, because
Yeah.
the Disney cast members are not allowed to stop you from doing that, even though they know it's happening. And then you get a board full of all fake pins, and the real people have no real pins to trade. And people get really annoyed with that. So apparently in the overseas parks, they can stop you, and they will. They'll, before they let you approach the board, they'll examine your pins and make sure they're like real before you can even go up and trade.
I
And
feel
people
like
are
it's a
like, I
little
wish they would do that in
ridiculous
America.
that they're not allowed to stop you. And they don't, it doesn't have to be like an offensive thing. You could literally just be like, these pins are so cute. Unfortunately, they are not licensed Disney pins. So just so you know, these are not available for trade.
Apparently Disney is afraid of making parents angry,
Well,
because a
yeah,
lot
but
of
like,
parents will
say it
go
nicely.
online and buy these bulk things of pins for their kids to trade when they're on vacation, and they don't even know that there's like a difference.
Yeah.
And I get that, but have a real board, or like a collector's board, and then like a everybody board or a kids board,
Yeah, I
and
like
like
that
do it
too.
that way.
So when I first, that's what it was. When I first heard about WhatNot, I thought that it was going to be more of what's the thing where they shift or ship clothing to you? Threadbare?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I thought it
There's
was
a
going to be
few
more like
different ones,
a
but
Threadbare Poshmark Mercari
Poshmark,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Just from the commercials I had seen, I feel like they didn't do a good job of representing their own app. I was surprised to find out that it was more of an auction type site. Like, yes, they have the buy it now, but most people on here are running auctions. It's very easy to draw a crowd in because you can advertise that you're letting things go at $1 because you're starting it at $1, and then people swipe the auction up. But I know we
Yeah.
mentioned this a little earlier, but just keep in mind that it does not stop you from bidding against yourself. So it will tell you who is winning, and make sure you're not bidding against yourself, because I definitely bid against myself one time.
Yeah, right above that yellow swipe bid button, it has the username of who's winning.
Right.
I usually don't even bid more than once. I pick the sudden death ones, and I wait till like 2 seconds, and then I swipe, and I just see if I randomly happen to be the last one.
Well, when I was doing the one for the retro games, he was doing bidding, and I was trying to get Dick Tracy, and I swiped it a couple of times, and I was like, oh, I didn't need to reswipe it. I was in the lead. But it was like $1,
A
So
dollar,
at least
yeah.
it wasn't like, maxing things out or anything like that. I was just like, oh, I'm
And
an
pay
idiot.
attention to if it includes shipping or not. Some of them do, some of them don't.
Yes.
So be
Yeah.
aware you might add
It'll
$5 or
tell
$6
you at the
for
bottom if
shipping.
it's like plus whatever shipping. What I
Yeah.
have noticed, and I think it's because they know that they're going to be able to bundle things together, the first one will say something like plus $5 shipping or whatever. The next one will say plus $3 shipping. And it could be the item, it could be the ounces listed on the item, but part of me thinks it's because they're bundling the items together.
Might be, yeah. Sometimes you buy from resellers on TikTok, and they will have, when you mentioned the shipping bundling, they'll have baskets. So you can watch a guy on live, and you can pick different things from his store, and he'll add them to your basket, and you'll pay one shipping fee.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of what I'm doing
just
with
kind of
like the
paying
jewelry.
attention. Yeah. Pay attention, make sure you know what the rules are.
Oh, you know what's funny? I Googled WhatNot tips to see if there were like tips and tricks. But because you can tip people on WhatNot, it's talking about literally tipping people on WhatNot.
That's not helpful.
I know. So you can tip people. It doesn't get you anything. It's just like a, hey, this is awesome, thanks. I've only seen it happen once.
I'd say a tip that I have is maybe, looking at the store's reviews before you join their lives, and making sure people say things like fast shipping, authentic stuff, and not a bunch of complaints, obviously. But I'm of the mind where I just buy one thing from a shop. I wait for it to show up. I make sure there's a way to tell it's authentic, and I liked the shipping and it's not damaged and stuff. And
That's a
then
good
continue with that person. But once you found a good person that has authentic stuff and ships fast and it's not damaged, it's a good spot to sit.
That's what I like about Cupmaster. So like sometimes you get on these
What's
shows.
Cupmaster?
He's one of the sellers, like CUP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cup. Okay.
Yeah. So
I was like, cut.
when you have a store for each show. It's not like, as far as I understand, because I am new to it, you can't have like a permanent store that just shows up every time. You build the store for each show. So
Oh,
a lot of
I've never
people
paid
will
that
do
much
what I
attention, I
do.
guess.
Yeah. A lot of them will be like, if they're, for example, if they're ripping these things on air, they'll be like, have a seat, number one, blind box, no cancellations, what, and so you don't know what the item is. But
Yes.
with him, sometimes he's putting a specific item in there. Like he'll have a secret that he's gonna run, and like the Gojo secret one, and he'll put it up there, and you can go in there, or like he'll be like, I'm gonna do a Coca-Cola. Um, you can go in there and pre-bid on items, and then when the item comes up, it will start at that price because that's what you were willing to bid on it. So you can do that. You can use that to look at what they're going to be showing throughout the show and decide if you want to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put things in my store because we're building bundles. So what I do is I say, I'm going to show you something, and I hold it up to the screen, and someone will say, I want it. And then I will stick it in a pile, a basket with their name on it. And then when they are ready to check out, I go into my store, I count up the items since I'm doing mine at $1 a piece, and then I create a listing for that amount with their name on it, pin it to the chat, and then they can just check out. And then they only pay
I
shipping
like
one
that.
time. Especially for like
That's
those
nice.
things. I was like, why would we run shipping multiple times? That's dumb. Um,
I'm
but it's been
struggling
very
because I
effective.
bought. It sounds
Like this is
effective.
much more bare than it was. So
I bought like was it three? Yeah, three things from one store, and
yeah.
they put the listing is called Random Pop Mart slash Labubu, and then the price that I paid, and I can't remember if I bought Mickey and Friends. It's like the same picture, you know.
Oh yeah.
I said I can't remember if I bought Mickey and Friends or Winnie the Pooh or what combo of the three things I ordered
Yeah.
were.
Well, that was the thing about the one giveaway that I won, is like it said BIE slash random keychain slash something else. So you knew what three
Mm-hmm.
items it could possibly be, but until it showed up on my doorstep, I didn't know what it was going to be.
Didn't really know.
And as
Yeah.
much as I wanted it to be a BIE box, it was not. It was a stupid squishy keychain I could care less about. And it's like, it wasn't even like a Labubu keychain. It was just like they probably went to the dollar store and picked this thing up. But you know what? They're giving
Yeah.
it away for free, so that's their
Right.
prerogative. And you never know if someone's gonna. That's another thing. So the giveaways on WhatNot, they call them giveys. Um,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them just require you to follow the host. So it will be like a follower giveaway, and if you click on it, you're basically agreeing to follow them. Um, I think there are some where you might not even have to do that, but I have run across this at least once. Some of them require that you have bought something from the seller.
Mm.
So if you're on a channel and you are watching their giveaways and you really want a chance at one, try to buy at least one item so that if they do one where it
Mm-hmm.
requires you to have bought something, you're already in. Otherwise, you can't participate.
Yeah. Most of the
But
ones I've seen, like you're on a live for the store, in the top right corner it says giveaway. You click on it to enter,
yes,
and then at some point in the next like 5 to 10 minutes, they do a scroll through names where one gets selected, and then you know if you've won the
yes,
giveaway or not.
yeah. And
That's the only one I've seen.
I don't think the sellers set any of those guidelines. Um, or if they do, they
Everyone I've
maybe.
entered, you have to follow them before you can enter, but that's the
Yeah.
only thing I've
No, I mean
seen.
like as far as
Like
the
follow the
time,
shop.
because someone will be like,
Oh,
"How much
okay.
time is left on the Givey?" And one lady was like, "I have no idea." But like Cupmaster was like 1 minute 40 seconds. So I don't know if they
Yeah,
set it or if Whatnot sets it.
it's a
But
good
I think
question.
maybe the girl who was like, "I have no idea," was just like, I can't go into the shop and take a look, you know,
Mm,
because I'm actively like showing items. And she's just like,
yeah.
"Stop asking, it'll
Some
go when it
people
goes."
have a whole team behind the screen, like
Yes.
answering questions and doing all kinds of stuff, and some people
Yeah.
it's just like one person
Yeah. Some people will
selling
have
stuff. So,
mods. As
so join
always,
the craze,
that's
get
right.
on board with us, get some little
That's right.
cutesy buddies.
That's right. Get some little
You can
chonkers.
see these guys. look at these little tubby buddies.
I know, they're really cute.
Squish them.
Do those eyeballs move?
They got little beans in their butts. No, their eyes don't move.
Okay.
But there
they
are
look
in
like
the
they
set.
could.
Each of them look a different way, kind of, and then
Yeah.
some of them are mad Mickeys, and so they have like scowly faces and angry eyes.
Funny.
It's really cute. It's really cute.
Well, as always, you can find us on all the socials as Working Moms Whine. If you have any WhatNot tips or tricks, let us know. If you are new to WhatNot and you want a credit towards a show, I think it does have to be specifically mine if you use my link. So if there's someone else you'd rather buy from, I would find their link and use that. But if you use the link of the seller you want to buy from, you'll get a $15 credit. And I'll put mine in the description. But we will see you next time. Bye.